Good afternoon, just kicking off our thoroughfare trip. This is a 7-day trip from Heart Lake Trail where we just got dropped off by shuttle, and over the next 7 days we'll make our way through the thoroughfare up along Yellowstone Lake to 9 Mile Trailhead. So here we go.
Okay, group selfie.
So far so good. We've been traveling through the trees quite a bit, but we just made it out to this really awesome viewpoint of not only Heart Lake, but this really cool thermal area behind us here. We are just beginning the descent down to Heart Lake, and we've got this super cool thermal area and some killer views.
In the shade of this tree.
Good evening, welcome to day one wrap. What a great day we had. We dropped the cars off at the 9-mile trailhead, which is where we're going to end in 7 days. And then we shuttled around to Heart Lake Trailhead and kicked off the trail. A little bit of excitement in the beginning of the day when Angie put her pack down. The safety on the bear spray was loose and the pack just gently squeezed the trigger of the bear spray, and we all heard this like luckily it looked like just a little bit of air came out. There's a little color, but nobody really noticed any irritants or anything like that. So we started off with some excitement and then hit the trail, and it was a blast. We saw some amazing hot springs coming down to the Heart Lake area and spending the night here, and looking forward to checking out Mount Sheridan tomorrow. Good morning, day 2. Slept pretty good last night. Everything's kind of covered in this fog. You can kind of see the lake behind me, but the fog's just barely starting to bake off. Plan for today is start with a day hike. We're going to do 8 miles or so up to the top of Sheridan and then back down to camp. We'll break down camp and then we'll do about 8 miles to get to our campsite along the Heart River today. So should be a great day, and here we go. We have made it to the top of Mount Sheridan. Took us about 2.5 hours, and the views are spectacular. We're just checking out the fire tower, taking a little break. We'll head down to camp and get packed up. Nice little break on top of Sheridan. Now we are heading down back to camp. Sheridan was a success. We got back to camp and had lunch, and everyone's pretty tired from getting 8 miles of day hiking in, and now we're transitioning back to our full pack. So we are definitely feeling the weight. But we got about 8 miles to go to get to camp for tonight, and we just kicked it off a few minutes ago. So we're still walking along Heart Lake. Scenery is beautiful. We got kind of turtle's pace, but that should get us to camp before dark without any issue. Just coming down to the Snake River for the first time, probably about a mile from camp, and it is beautiful. Good evening and welcome to day 2 wrap. What an awesome day. It's like 8 o'clock at night. We still haven't had dinner yet, but we're just doing dinner stuff right now, and everybody's just beat. We had such a big day. It was almost like 2 days in one. We did the first 8 mile, almost 9 mile hike from our camp that we stayed at last night up to Sheridan Peak and back to camp, which was probably 3,000 foot of elevation gain, so it was like a pretty solid day hike if you look at it that. And then we packed up everything at camp when we got back there and headed out of camp at about 2:15. So we didn't even leave for the backpacking portion of the day until 2:15, and did about 8 miles to where we are now at the Heart River confluence. It's a really cool site. You can see like this big open meadow. We've got the tent set up, and really good place for cooking. And I jumped in the river right when we got here. We're right along the Snake River here, so I jumped in the Snake River and just got cooled down. It feels so good. Looking forward to getting some food in us, and we're gonna go to bed as soon as we can. Take some ibuprofen and go to bed. But what a spectacular day. Looking forward to day 3.